go.
Excuse me, you there!
Welcome, Herschel Layton.
No fucking way.
I demand an explanation.
Are you really Professor Layton?
Yes, of course. Don't you recognize your old friend?
I don't know. Something about you seems off.
Surely you recognize yourself, Herschel. Misfortune, our fortune, is a result of your ambition and genius.
What is it, Professor?
You've put on quite a show, but it's clear to me that you're nothing but a charlatan.
Oh, is that so?
Professor, what tipped you off?
Yes, what indeed? I'm all ears.
You, sir, are a fraud, and I intend to expose you for the imposter you are. Fascinating. Do continue.
That's my. I was gonna do it.
To be fair, I'll be this guy. You already got future Luke, and you already got, you know, Claire. So it'd be fair if I do this guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, Luke, would you be so kind as to solve a quick puzzle for me? Right now, Professor. But aren't we kind of in the middle of something? Solve this puzzle right now, okay? Okay. Alright. A pile of blocks has been carefully stacked. The image below is a view from the side. The perspective is also rotated in an unknown direction. Gravity is acting on the blocks, so any block not touching the ground or a block below will fall. If you're looking at the blocks from a correct angle, which direction A, B, C, or D is up?
D.
Yeah.
Here's my answer. Phew, that's a relief.
Yep. Alrighty. Yes, the boy is quite bright, we all know that. But what does that have to do with anything? I'm getting there. But first, a question. I have a pen in my pocket that's either red or blue. Which is it? What a terribly uncharacteristic query for you to make. There's no logic for me to work through. I'm not a mind reader, and I refuse to guess blindly. How can I solve your puzzle without a single hint? Oh, so you do need hint coins to solve a puzzle then? No, I'm the famous Professor Layton. I can solve any bullshit puzzle that has no rhyme or reason. So in other words, you have no idea what color the pen in my pocket is? Of course not. That's funny. Oh? Luke, what would happen if you remove the bottom row of blocks from that structure I showed you? The rest of the blocks would fall down, I suppose. That's right. Those blocks in the middle of the structure don't float in midair. Only by resting the blocks beneath can those blocks stay elevated. If you were really me, you would have lived through this very moment before. Therefore, you should know exactly what color the pen in my pocket is. Given your answer, I can only assume your memory of that crucial event had vanished. But remember those blocks. Each sits on top of the next. When you remove one, everything on top of it comes tumbling down. It all makes sense now. So out with it already. What color is the pen in your pocket? There was never any pen to begin with.
I had a feeling you were behind this, Dr. Stun Gun. Or should I say, Dimitri Allen?
An impressive deduction. Does anything ever get past you, Herschel?
So yeah, future Layton turns out to be Dmitri Allen, a famous scientist renowned for his research into time travel technology. And he was the guy that we saw at the very beginning of the prologue that was responsible for Bill Hawks disappearing. Dr. Stumgun is really Dmitri Allen, one of the scientists involved in a time machine explosion 10 years ago.
Hats off to you, Herschel.
So you're the one who's been kidnapping scientists under my name. But why?
Have you ever tried to build a time machine by yourself? It's a Herculean task. And by pinning the blame on you, I could disguise myself as one of the poor scientists who vanished. Conveniently, that also provided an excellent way to lure you here. After all, the virtuous Herschel Layton would never stand by as someone sullied his good name. Sure enough, you came running. And faster than expected at that.
You're a real lowlife, you know that?
So why me? You could have chosen anyone to be the scapegoat.
Oh no, it had to be you. You see, you play a critical part in the completion of my time machine. Or rather, your memories do.
What are you saying?
The best part is that I've already got what I need from you.
Of course. So that strange device.
Finally catching on, eh? Those glasses you put on were a cognitive capture unit of my own design. In layman's terms, a memory recorder.
But what use could you possibly have for my memories?
Why, they provide me with data, of course. Your memories contain all the information I need to recreate that fateful day's experiment.
Which day?
The day I lost everything that mattered to me.
I still don't understand what you're getting at.
I'd imagine you know quite a bit about loss yourself, Herschel. Think, man. I'm talking about Claire.
Claire.
As you know, time travel is based on movement through wormholes. One end of the wormhole is anchored in the present. But every wormhole also needs a point of origin. And to find this point of origin, one needs data. Both you and Bill had substantial interactions with Claire on the day of the accident. Using your memories of those interactions, I will triangulate the point right before her death. Of course, finding a wormhole's point of origin is no easy task. If my calculations were even the slightest bit off, I could be trapped forever.
Then why take the risk? What do you stand to gain?
Everything. You see, like you, Herschel, I loved Claire.
So you intend to travel back through time and save her?
Surely you wouldn't stop me. After all, haven't you wished for this yourself?
Nothing can excuse the kidnapping of all those scientists. Not even this, Dmitri.
You disappoint me. I had hoped a rational man like yourself would understand that the ends justify the means.
I don't see it that way.
Then what's your next move? Turn me into the police? I'd like to see you try.
You're mistaken in thinking I came here to report you to the authorities. I'm here to put an end to the schemes of the man who dragged my good name through the dirt. Huh. That's a lovely sentiment, Herschel, but you seem to have forgotten one key detail. The tower in Bagona is my stronghold, and that means you're on my turf. I have more than enough men here to overpower you. Look here. This 18th century relief illustrates our situation perfectly. It displays two worrying factors of 5 troops. The stars indicate the strength of each troop. Your side is more or less accurately represented by the red, and mine by the gray. it should be fairly clear to you who the victor will be. The gray side has more powerful troops. There's no way Red could win. Excellent. Exactly. Your apprentice has a good head on his shoulders, Herschel. Personally, I think it's a bit premature to praise him in this case, Dimitri. From what I can see, our troops wouldn't lose the fight, provided the battle is fought one-on-one. It sounds to me like you simply don't wish to admit defeat. If you believe it's possible, prove it. So another puzzle battle. So alright. So arrange your So what we gotta do is that arrange the fortress so that the red side of voice defeat. So basically, yeah, what we have to do is just move them around and see if there is a way to see if there is a way we can actually beat them. And actually, there is.
I was gonna say that.
Blue 4 over here.
I was gonna say that this wasn't the twist I was expecting.
Okay. No, it's not the twist. But it does get better. Believe me, everything will get wrapped up pretty soon. It will definitely get wrapped up to the very big twist coming up.
But it's not in this chapter, right? It's not gonna be until a couple chapters later, right?
It's still gonna come up in later chapters.
Oh man,
Okay.
like that's
Don't forget, we're still in chapter 9. So, like I said, we still got 5 more chapters to go after this. And to be fair, we already solved at least one of the mysteries, but we still got more twists coming up. There, each side wins 2 fights, loses 2 fights, and ties 1. It's a perfect draw. Of course, what the red side lacks in the strength of its troops, it can make up for with strategy. Your logic has impressed me once again.
Very nicely done, Herschel.
Give it up, Dimitri!
Give it up? No. I'm just getting started.
Who is that?
Bill Hawks.
No way.
As you can
Yep.
see, my
not
hostage
dead.
here is something of a big shot.
But he is kidnapped.
So I wouldn't try anything funny if I were you.
You're a monster!
Oh no!
Prime Minister Bill Hawks, who was unaccounted for after the time travel accident, is discovered by Professor Layton in future London. Abducted by Dimitri, the Prime Minister is now being held prisoner. Will the heroes be able to rescue him? Most likely, yeah. Oh no!
Most likely.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you were gonna say it. I'll do it. Fine.
Okay.
Oh no! We're trapped!
I hate to disappoint you, but it seems you've failed to ensnare the genuine article.
Professor? How'd you get there?
Just what is going on here? Why are there 2 of you?
Which one is the real professor?
Look who's back!
We're reading!
Don Carlo?
If he's in here,
Then where's the real professor?
Gee, I wonder where he is, dipshit.
this is getting far too complicated.
Yeah, what's going on?
Take note, Luke. A true gentleman never plays his ace in the hole until absolutely necessary.
Hey, Layton, here's an idea for you. Why don't you quit it with the lectures and get me out of here?
Help us, Professor!
Be patient, Luke. I just need to find a way past this lock.
Righty. The right button. Alright, so what we need to do is that, the only way for the cage to be open is that we need to basically make sure all the buttons light up. And in order to do that, there's one button that we need to press, and so that way all the buttons will light up. So we need to find that button. So basically, the star will go to the left, moon will go to the right, sun will go down, and the raindrop will go up.
Alright, you might have to do this one because you know.
Alrighty. So the thing we need to look for is the star. So if we go to the star, we go here, right over here, up, down, and there we go. Now make sure all the buttons are open.
That should do the trick. Just as I suspected.
It would seem the tables have turned on you, Dimitri. Given your penchant for logic thinking, I say you're deluded about the current situation. Look around you. In case you haven't noticed, you're deep within the family's headquarters. I need only to say the word, and my men will come rushing to my aid. You underestimated me, Dimitri. Do you think I'd be so naive as to set foot in your base without a plan of my own? Meaning, this building is fascinating in its complexity. I saw plenty of spots where one might conceal a trap or the like. On my way here, I set up a few diversions of my own. Call your henchmen if you like. I imagine most of them will have their hands full for at least a few more minutes. Clever, Herschel. Very clever. Come on, boss! We gotta run! It seems I must condone defeat today, but this is far from over. I look forward to seeing you when our paths cross next.
They're much faster than I imagined. There's no chance of us catching them.
Oh no. What's wrong? Dimitri and his men managed to escort with the Prime Minister in the midst of all this commotion. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
Dimitri's activating an alarm. Family members from the area are going to flood this place before long.
There's a distinct possibility we may have to fight our way out of the towering Begona. But didn't you take care of Dimitri's henchmen on the way in, Professor? Not quite, I'm afraid. What a few diversions I managed to set up will only buy us a few more minutes. The path we took on the way in is most likely swarming with family thugs now. Our only option is to find some route of an emergency... our only hope is to find some sort of an emergency escape route. Whatever. Dimitri is a pundit man. He may have one hidden in this room somewhere. We must search this place thoroughly. And rob his shit. Alrighty, let's go. Alright, we only got 2 more puzzles left, and then, like I said, after this, we'll finish up Chapter 9. We're in luck. We found a hidden puzzle.
Is this one of them?
Yeah, this is one of them. Alright, touching the squares on the scoreboard below will turn from white to green. Both sides currently display 58. But Luke and Professor Layton are planning to each touch one square to create 2 different numbers. The differences between...
know.
Which one?
I know. 98 and 59.
Alright, well, let's see here. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Alright.
Yeah, use different... Okay.
So, we color this 98. And then... 59, you say, so... Oh, wait, no. Alright, well, we know that one's 58. This will be 59. 98 minus 58, that is 39. Yep. Alright, so this one's gonna be 98. And then 59.
Here's my answer.
Righty.
Phew, that's a relief.
There's nothing like the sense of accomplishment than finishing a good puzzle brain. Alright, let's get out of here. Aha! There's a trap door here. I'm glad my hunch was right. This is our ticket out of here.
Oh, this stairway is awfully narrow, and there's more than one path. Which way do we go, Layton? Look, there's a map here. It charts out the network of the channels below us.
Let me see. My, this is a bit of a tangled mess, isn't it? Line escape. Alright, so as we see here, we start from the red dot and we want to get to the blue dot. So what we need to do is that make sure we can only go in a straight line and we cannot turn unless we hit a wall. So basically, using this kind of rule, we need to find our way. We need to find our path out. Okay, so let's see here. I think we'll go here, here. There we go.
Alright, let's
That
see.
should do the trick.
Right.
Just as I suspected.
The passage below are too narrow for all of us to move through at the same time. If we wish to get out of here quickly, we'll need to split into two groups.
I don't like it, but it seems we've no choice. Now, who should I take with me?
You always get to be the gentleman. This time, let me escort the young lady.
Sorry, but I prefer you're coming with me, Don Paulo. We don't want to repeat what happened last time.
Very well then, Flora and I will break off. Luke, you go with the professor and help him keep an eye on Don Paulo.
No, train with me. No, train with me. I want to be in the professor's crew.
Flora, we'll see each other soon enough. Go with Big Luke, and we'll meet back at the hotel.
Alright, our groups are set. Let's get moving.
Ouch! What did I just run into?
Let me guess, a wall?
Let me feel. This actually might be the door. Professor, that's my butt. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, here it is. There's a handle here. Phew.
Great, now why are we here?
We're at the bottom of an emergency stairwell. There should be a way out of the building here somewhere. Well, gee, maybe we can get out of here through this obvious door here. I think this door should take us outside. Yeah. Okay. I was like,
Well, look at that, we made it out.
the family's bound to have men in the vacancy. We need to put some distance between us and the Pagona. Hey, let's do that.
I still don't understand why Don Paulo's here. Can someone please explain that to me?
Always with the questions. Won't you put a lid on it for a few minutes, you brat?
I most certainly will not.
Honestly, you two, would you please stop bickering? You're on the same side.
And while I'm getting things off my chest, why the heck did I have to play the decoy who gets caught?
Come now, Paul. It wasn't that bad. Your role was certainly the more exciting one.
Professor, you still haven't explained what happened back there.
I knew we'd be monitored from the moment we stepped foot inside the pagoda. So I wanted to make sure we had at least one trick up our collective sleeve. Don Paulo, master of deception and disguise, seemed like the perfect man to employ for the task.
You two are friends? That's the first I've heard of this.
Ha! Don't get it confused, kid. I'm no friend of his. We both want answers to the same questions, so we decided to work together. That's all.
did this start?
Tell me, Luke, when we visited Dr. Schrader, did anything he said strike you as strange?
No, not really.
It was his greeting that made me suspicious.
Huh?
Who's that? Oh, it's you, Herschel. And little Luke.
Sure, I remember it. But what of it?
He didn't seem terribly surprised to see little Luke, did he?
Oh, of course. In the future, I'm not a kid anymore. But the doctor didn't even notice.
Precisely.
That means Dr. Schrader was...
Don Paulo in disguise, yes.
So you knew he was a fake before he even said 4 sentences? Wow, you're good, Professor.
That planted the seed of doubt, though I didn't confirm my suspicion until much later.
Did Don Paulo pose as anyone else?
Yes, he did a bit of spying on us as Dean Del Mona when we met him last. From the moment I laid eyes on him, it was obvious we were dealing with an imposter.
Amazing. How did you know?
His white hair gave it away.
But white hair seems perfectly natural on a man his age.
Not if he wears a wig. He let me in on his secret some time ago. He's been bald for ages. Don Paulo mistakenly selected a white wig to show how much Dean Del Mona had aged.
Wow, nice work there, Professor.
Shortly after that, I confronted Don Paulo and had him tell me everything. It seems Dimitri had been paying him quite handsomely to make sure we headed toward the pagoda. I filled Don Paulo in on all the strange happenings we've witnessed here. And then I requested his assistance in solving this mystery.
Well, that all makes sense, I suppose. But the part I still don't get is why Don Paulo decided he wanted to help us. After all, this is the fellow who tried to run us over with a Ferris wheel.
I mean, when you put it like that, then yeah, I mean, it is a little strange that someone that tried to fucking murder you would suddenly be like, hey, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna help you out with this because reasons.
That's none of your business, brat.
Hey, call me a brat again and just see what happens.
It was Claire, Luke. It all had to do with Claire.
The woman Dimitri was talking about?
Claire was my girlfriend back when I was just starting my academic career. She was a researcher who worked in the same laboratory as Dimitri.
Oh no, so she...
Yes. The last time I saw her, she was on her way to the lab the day of that massive explosion. The oddest thing is that the accident received very little media coverage. It's clear someone with a lot of influence was suppressing information about the incident. I did everything I could to research the matter on my own. My efforts were largely fruitless.
I had no idea.
It's likely that Dimitri feels he is to blame for Claire's death. His obsession with going back in time seems like a twisted version of atonement.
What a terribly sad story. But what does it have to do with Don Paulo?
Well, Luke, as it turns out, Dimitri and I weren't the only ones with strong feelings for Claire.
No way! You mean...
What? Don't act so surprised. I have feelings too, you know.
Thanks for meeting me on such short notice, Herschel.
Oh, no. It's my pleasure.
Here, this is for you.
What is it?
A letter, of course. Read it at home.
Why don't you just tell me what it says? I'm right here, after all.
My, you're making this quite difficult.
I love this scene.
What I want to say is, well, in short, this.
Layton! You! You will pay for this someday!
That way it gets better. That always makes me laugh.
Layton has been my arch nemesis ever since that fateful day.
So yeah, he became his arch nemesis not because he stole a cookie or because, like, you know, he was better in class. It's because he didn't get the girl. That's why he fucking hates Layton. And I mean, to be honest, like, you know, okay, I'll be honest. When I first played, you know, the first 2 games, I was never a fan of Don Paulo, to be honest. I always felt like, you know, he was just a character that was just needed because, like, you know, they need some kind of henchman for him. But then after this game and everything, I started to grow a lot more respect for Don Paulo and everything, especially in this game. I think they did a fantastic job with his character in this game, and we're definitely going to see more. We're definitely going to see more of him. We're definitely going to see more of him later in this game, and he does get several awesome moments. So this game has definitely made me appreciate Don Paulo a lot more.
Yeah, I can see that.
I see.
Yes, though it's worth mentioning that I had no inkling of Paul's crush until he told me himself. He was in the year above me at university. Imagine my surprise when I learned that Don Paulo was none other than my old classmate, Paul.
I had no idea you'd been through so much. Sorry for being so mean to you, Paul.
Ugh, spare me your sappy sympathy. And my name is Don Paulo. Address me as such, boy.
Anyway, you put on quite the performance, Don Paulo. With you distracting Dmitri, I had just enough time to do some sleuthing in the area.
So that's what you were up to while we were climbing the pagoda. Did you find anything?
Yes, but I need to confirm a few facts before I can connect all the dots.
Then it sounds like that should be our next move. Where to, Professor?
Oh, I'll let you ponder that for yourself. But first, we should head back to the hotel. Flora and the other Luke are waiting for us there.
And with that, in exactly 3 hours, we've completed Chapter 9. So, yep, as promised, it's been 3 hours, so we're gonna wrap it up right here, folks. So we did accomplish a lot in this game, so we got 5 more chapters left to go, so we are definitely getting very close to beating this game, and then we'll be done with Professor Layton for a while.
For a long time.
Yeah, so what do you think so far, Toy Bonnie?
It's getting even better. I am very excited to continue.
It is. It is definitely getting a lot better. Like I said, you know, the ending, you know, especially what comes, you know, after this, like, you know, it definitely, like I said, you know, it definitely feels epic. It definitely feels, you know, like a proper finale for, like, you know, the Professor Layton, you know, trilogy, which is actually fitting because, like I said, you know, if we're going by, you know, chronological order, then basically this is the last, you know, Layton game of the main series. But if we're going by, you know, release date order, then this is the last game of the original trilogy. And then after that, we got the prequel trilogy coming up soon.
So this is the very last Layton game in terms of chronology.
Yes, that is true. Yes, this is the very last Layton game chronologically. Yes.
All right.
But yeah. So all right. So when we come back, if we come back next Saturday or not, I will say up front, not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, I'll be out of town. So most likely, we'll probably not stream on that Saturday unless we stream on Friday. We'll see what happens. But if not, then, like, you know, like I said, so depending on what we do, I don't know if the next stream is going to be if we're going to go back to 2 hours or if we're going to do another 3 hours because like I said, either way, we will definitely finish this game in either 2 streams or 3 streams, no matter what. So if we do come back next week and we do go back to 2 hours, then most likely we'll finish Chapter 10 because Chapter 10 is also pretty long, not as long, but still long enough. So if we do that, then we'll most likely finish Chapter 10 and probably finish Chapter 11 because after Chapter 10, the other chapters are short enough. So like I said, you know, depending if we do 2 hours or 3 hours, then it'll also depend on, like, you know, how many more streams will it take for us to beat Unwound Future. But like I said, we're getting very close. So So we'll let you guys know what we decide for next week, if we want to go back for 2 hours or if we want to do another 3 hour for next week. So we'll let you guys know. But yeah, so until... go ahead. Did you want to say something?
Nah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's all we had to say.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So yep. I hope you guys enjoy this special 3 hour Professor Layton series and Professor Layton stream and everything. Like I said, we'll let you guys know if we're doing it next week or if it's going to be on November the 13th. If it's gonna take that long, but we'll basically let you guys know what we decide and everything. So anyway, this has been Sakura Diesel saying thank you all for joining the stream. Like I said, we're getting very close, so it's very possible it's going to either be somewhere between 2 or 3 streams that will finish up this game. So if you guys have enjoyed this live stream of Professor Layton, don't forget to hit the like button. If you guys are excited to finish up the Unwound Future as well as the Layton trilogy, hit that subscribe button as well. Also, speaking of games, don't forget, if you guys got any games you want me to try out, list them in the comments or on the YouTube or on my Facebook page. Also, don't forget to check out my good friends' channels like Space Train's main channel or gaming channel. Check out ESM's channels as well, too. They've all been, real big help and everything with this game. So, and also, don't forget, if you guys like movie and TV show reviews, check out my main channel or check out mine and Space Train's co-op channel, Review Bros, where we review movie and TV shows together.
And Season 8 is still on the way as we currently speak.
It is still on the way. By the time we're streaming this, we're still in the middle of our second watch, which we're almost finished. So like I said, we're hopefully to try to get it out somewhere around the summer. So that's our goal for Season 8.
Yeah, Q2.
But until then, this has been Sakura the Diesel with my good friend
Space Train 1984.
And also my good friend ESM, who left a little early, but still, don't forget to subscribe to him and everything. And we'll see you all next time on the next Layton stream, which either might be next week or it might be the 13th. We'll let you guys know what's going on, but until then, take care, everybody.
See you later, guys.